Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. And look what I've got, a nice new charger, HOTA D6 Pro. It's been around for a little while now, but as my current charger, pun not intended, as my current charger is started to throw a strange little anomaly up, this is perfect timing. So let's have a look inside the box and see what we got. I'm re-recording the demo because my original went on far too long. I was a little bit muddled, to be honest, so let's do it again. So let's plug it in. That's the best thing, I think, to start with. On the back we have our mains plug, and you also have a DC in if you're charging from a car battery or leisure battery. I'm going to plug in the mains one. Now on the side there's a USB, I think that's for updating the firmware, etc. There's also a USB outlet for charging your phone or whatever, etc. That's 2.1 amp outlet, 5 volts. So switch it on. Goes for a quick self check before you start. And then it's a cooling fan running. So on this model, it's a dual charger, which means you can charge basically 2 batteries at once. There's channel 1 on the left hand side, channel 2 on the right hand side. You can hop between the two by pressing a button, channel 1, channel 2. On this side, there's a little scrolling wheel to allow you to scroll through the different options. Channel 1, it goes from all the voltages for the cells and other stuff, which you can look into if you want. But it's on standby at the moment. So let's plug I've got a 1300 3S here, which I'm going to plug directly into the charger. There's your balance ports and your battery port. It's XT60. Put a negative on the right hand side. You can't plug it in upside down, but it is worth getting the negative next to the negative. I always plug the balance lead in first. And so channel 1 is now showing that we've got a battery connected. Channel 2 is empty. So channel 1, by pressing the scroll wheel, let's get it on the screen, warning me that there's nothing selected. Channel 1 task settings. So you can select your task here. The charge task, which we'll look at in a minute. Battery type, it's automatically recognised it's a Lipo. It'll charge a multitude of different battery types. I don't know if you can see that on your screen. How do you pronounce LHAV, LIHV, Lipo, lithium, ion, live batteries, LIXX, NIZ, NPB, that's lead acid, isn't it? NiCads, NMH, ND loop, I've got some of those, but we want to charge a Lipo. Cell voltage 4.2, it's recognised it's a 3S. Current setting is 5 amps. I don't want to charge it at 5 amps. The best amperage to charge a battery is 1C of its rating. All that means is it's a 1300 milliamp hour battery. So 1C of that is 1.3 amps. Quite easy to work out. So just take that back down to 1.3 amps. Select it. And you could start the task. But before I do, let's just go back up to charge, because options there are the power supply. Not sure what it does. Anyway, You can charge it and then start, discharge it, make sure you don't press that because your battery will be knackered if you do. Is that pressed in properly? External discharge, storage, balance and sync charge. Now you can balance your cells. You don't do a balanced charge, you just charge it, but it's a good idea to make sure your cells are balanced before you charge them. Otherwise you're going to have some cells charging or completing their charge before the ones which are slightly less, and then you could get overheating problems when the cells are already charged. So it's a good idea to balance them first. So I'm going to balance the Lipo. And why is it still on 5 amps? Didn't I select that? Just go back down to 1.3. And now we're going to start task. Always worth just having a quick look through. It's going to cell voltage is 3.82. So it's actually now, I've got 3 cells there, 3.83, 3.827, 3.827, 3.826, so very nearly balanced. In fact, they are balanced. That's as close as you're going to get to balanced. And it's not charging, it's not discharging. The double peak tells you that it's charged. So we can go back, standing by, press it again, select task, which is at the top. Go to charge, start task. It's now charging. So we've set it to 1.3 amps charge, so it pops up to 1.3. Timer's going and the 3 voltages are there. The percentage in the top right hand corner there tells me it's at 51%. So that's charging. Okay, let's look at the 4S battery. I'm going to plug that through. This one's got an XT90 on it, so I need an adapter. Here's an adapter. And I'm going to plug this one through. I'll just demonstrate you can charge more than 2 batteries at a time by using a balance board. These don't come with chargers. So that's the little adapter I got with the charger. The XT60 to XT30 adapter. I just leave it on there and I can't lose it then. So we plug this one in like that. That one in like that. Okay, and now we can plug in the balance lead, which would go into there if you didn't have a charging plate. It goes into there. So this is a 4S 4000 milliamp hour battery. Actually, is it 4S? Yes, it is. So we're going to channel 1, it's charging, we'll leave that alone. Go to channel 2, and again, you've got 4 cells are now reading a voltage 3.74, 3.76, 3.77, 3.76. So it would charge fine, that's close enough. But just for a bit of fun, let's go to balance, select task. Let's go to balance charge. Click. Although the current is set at 1.3 amps, it won't matter because it won't charge it more than 1 amp anyway, I think. So just for balancing, we can just leave it at 1.3. So see, it's only charging at half an amp just to balance them. So yeah, they are half an amp. 3.764, 766, 764, 753. So it's slightly out of balance, not a lot, but we'll just let that balance. And the capacity of this one's 37%, which is a nice storage charge. So we'll just let that balance and come back to it in a minute and see how long it took. So the balancing is now done, and I'm going to click the button again, select task, which is charge. Oh, up there, that charge, got there. It's going to charge at, we want to charge it at 4 amps because it's a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Got to charge, start task, and it's charging the 4,000 milliamp hour battery at 4 amps. You watch that, it's going to go up to 4 amps. And the voltage is going to creep up. Now, say you've been flying and you come back and you want to put your batteries back to balance. So let's just go to channel 1. Channel 1, it's up to 63%. So say you come back from flying and you had 64% left. So we'll go into, we're going to select task, and the task is going to be storage. Okay, and we're going to start the task, and it's going to take it down to storage, and it'll probably go up to probably about 1 amp, I would think. 0.3, 0.4, and it's got a minus there which is telling you it's discharging. I'm guessing storage discharge, that is, not discharged completely. I did discharge a battery by mistake once by putting it all on charge without my glasses, and I've absolutely flattened it, which was a waste of a battery I'd only had one flight on. So you notice the fan is cooling, coming up now to full speed because it's sucking the power out and it's having to cool it through its internals. So while that's going back down to storage, I'm going to go to channel 2, and this pack is charging, so I'm going to stop the charge now. Stop. I'm going to press the button again. I'm going to go up to storage, and I'm going to start task. That's going to store it, which is very close to storage charge anyway, so it won't take long. If I press this again, we can see both panels, channel 1 and channel 2. These are the two channels, and you see, there you are. Let's finish that one already. And channel 1, let's just go for a closer look. It's on 49%. That's going to be down there in a minute. So quite intuitive charger, very intelligent. It can do multiple things at multiple times. Total of 200 watts and 15 amps on mains. So yeah, they do up to, I think, 2 up to 6S batteries. Yeah, 2S to 6S, which is the popular range, isn't it? So for the money, I think it's a fantastic little charger. I'll link to it below, and thanks very much for watching. That's going to finish in a minute, and I can put them back. I keep all my batteries outside, by the way, in a metal container. Actually, I keep them inside a plastic container to keep them from getting damp, with a sealed lid, and then inside a metal container. So that's the safe place to keep batteries. Don't leave batteries charging unattended. Not a good idea. We've all seen videos of batteries on YouTube catching fire, and it's not something you want to have in your house. I've got a fire blanket on the wall just behind me, but if that battery was to go up, they tend to put out a sort of a flame at high velocity each end, about 2-3 yards, meters, for several seconds, and that's going to cause a lot of damage and start fires. So yeah, you can charge them inside a charging bag, which is also a good idea, which I normally do. I'm doing it like this for demonstrating purposes. So don't leave them unattended. Let's have a go at charging the phone on the wireless charger. So it's now charging on the wireless charge setting. Green light is now charging the phone battery as well. Right guys, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up and it'll help to spread the word. And like I say, I'll link to the HOTA D6 Pro in the description below. Cheers guys.